efforts are thus unrecognized. Anyway, I still have to pick up pasture-raised eggs and a probiotic supplement, then bring everything home to refrigerate before my call time, so I need to move this along. I volunteer. Perhaps we met at Pepperdine. Before I can even mention their doctorate program, I see a flash of recognition in her face, and I steel myself for the inevitable, ready to tell her no, I did not major in Battle of the Network Stars. Because that joke wasn't already old the second my younger sister Jerry first uttered it a decade ago. Let me ask you, how is it a negative that my college campus, situated on a Malibu bluff overlooking the Pacific, was so bucolic that ABC simply had to film their campy television battles there in the 70s and 80s? I chose Pepperdine not because Scott Baio ever pitched a javelin there, but because they have one of the top psychology programs in the country. I mean, there I was, paying for my own PsyD with grants and loans I'd garnered on my way to becoming Dr. Reagan Bishop. And did anyone in my family give me the credit I deserved? No! Instead, they all brayed like jackasses, congratulating bratty teenage Jerry on her hilarious quips. Bah-ha-ha! Battle of the Network Stars. Hey, Reagan, will you take Greg Evigan's classes on potato sack races, or will it be obstacle courses with William Shatner? Seriously? I'm a licensed psychologist. Jerry's a licensed cosmetologist. I deal with what's inside the human head. She concentrates on what's on top of it. Plus, Jerry was barely 3 years old when the iconic TV battles ended in 1988. In theory, she's not capable of discerning a Charlene Tilton from a Tina Yothers. I suspect long-suffering Mary Mack fed her that line. Mary Mack and Jerry are a decade apart and haven't a thing in common, save for a love of pop culture, a lack of ambition, and a grudge against me. I've counseled my fair share of families in which the siblings' alliances are constantly realigning. Most often, this is due to the perception of the parents having picked a favorite, regardless of how inadvertent the choice may be. The other siblings get caught up in the injustice of not being in the spotlight, and as the spotlight shifts, so do alliances. Of course, this has never been the case with the Bishop girls. Those two have been Team Not Reagan since day one. From choosing what TV show to watch to deciding what color to paint our bedroom, Jerry and Mary Mack have always cast their votes together, neatly eclipsing any opinion I might have had. Of course, I'd get them back come birthday time, requesting mile-high peanut butter pie for my dessert because of Jerry's nut allergy. Ha! No pie for you. Side note, it's my professional opinion that Jerry's been faking her supposed nut sensitivity ever since there were fixings enough for only one ham sandwich for our packed school lunches. Anyway, since my family never seems to appreciate what I've accomplished, please allow me to blow my own horn for a minute. I try to practice self-validation whenever possible because it's an important ingredient in cultivating positive self-esteem. Not only did I skip a grade in elementary school, graduate from Taylor Park, and garner 2 degrees at U of C in 4.5 years, but I also received my PsyD with highest honors. While my classmates were still muddling through their clinical training, I was already in private practice, being named one of Chicago's top doctors by Chicago Magazine. And that's how Wendy Winsberg found me. Yes, that Wendy Winsberg, grande dame of daytime talk television for almost 3 decades and, according to Forbes, the #1 entry on their 100 most powerful women list. When she finally burned out on hosting a daily show herself, she formed the We Win cable network with a plethora of what she calls femme-powering television for women. The crown jewel in her lineup is the breakout show I Need a Push, in which participants learn to become their best selves by overcoming obstacles and changing behaviors. They also receive sassy haircuts and wardrobe makeovers, but that's really not my department. As for my role, to quote Tina Fey, I'm a pusher, meaning I'm the one who manifests the push. 2.5 years ago, I put my practice on hold and became one of the show's lead psychologists. Although I miss taking private patients, I excel equally at working in depth with the participants. In my old practice, I spent an hour a week with my clients. That's barely enough time to scratch the surface on someone's latent daddy issues, let alone...
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.